Now let's start with third problem of the assignments. A regular hexagon ABCDEF of edge 30 mm is resting on its corner A on HP. So this is the regular hexagon I have shown ABCDEF of edge 30 mm. So this AB is 30, then this BC is also 30. Each side is of 30 mm. And it is resting on the corner on HP. So let's say A is the corner on HP. So I have selected corner A HP such that its surface makes an angle of 40-degree inclination with HP. So surface inclination is given with HP and the diagonal passing through the corner in HP. So which is the diagonal passing through, which is the corner A, and the diagonal passing through A is AD. Now this diagonal makes an angle of 30-degree with VP. So in this problem, surface inclination is with HP and diagonal inclination is with VP, right? So diagonal passing through the corner on HP makes an angle of 30-degree with VP. Now draw the projection. Now in this case, what you have to do? Surface is inclined to HP, so lie down the hexagon in the HP, because what is our procedure? If the surface is inclined to HP, so lie down the surface in the HP. If the surface is inclined to VP, lie down the surface in the VP. Now this is the surface inclined to HP, so I will lie down the surface in the HP. So in the HP, I have to draw the true shape of the hexagons. Now whenever you draw the true shape of the hexagon, there are the two possibilities. When the side, it is resting on the side AB, then we have to take AB perpendicular to XY. But when it is resting on the corner, then how we take the hexagon? So there are the two possibilities I will explain you. Now suppose this is XY line, okay, and I have two possibilities. I can draw a hexagon like this. This is A, B, C, D, E, F, and second hexagon like this position A, B, C, D, E, F. So which hexagon I will select, I have to consider. Now if it is resting on the corner, means this corner, then this corner should be appeared separately here, A dash. If it is resting on the corner, then you have to draw a hexagon in this position, and if it is resting on the side, then we have to take this side perpendicular to XY, means second position. Now in this problem, our hexagon is resting on the corner, so I will select this position as it is resting on the corner. And if the hexagon is resting on the side, in that case I will select this position AB perpendicular. So I will select this position, not this, because in our problem it is resting on the corner, not on the side. If it is resting on the side, then I will to draw this case. So let's draw this hexagon. Now how I can draw the hexagon, that we will see now. There is a circle method to draw the hexagon. So I have taken XY line. So how is the circle method? Draw a circle of radius equal to side of the hexagon or edge of the hexagon. Here in this problem 30. So take radius equal to 30 and draw the circle. So this is the circle having radius equal to 30, right? Then this is the center. From this center, draw one horizontal line and draw vertical diameter. So this is the point, and then we select this corner A. So take this corner and with radius 30, start marking from this corner. I will mark 1 R, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what I have taken, radius equal to 30 first, second, third, fourth, and this is fifth. And I will join this. So I will join these points, corners. So this will be my A, B, C, D, E and F. So in this way I can create a hexagon with separate corner. Similar hexagon you can draw with perpendicular side. in resting condition. I will explain that method also. So again in the same, we will draw a circle of radius, given radius equal to the side of the hexagon, then draw vertical and horizontal diameter. Now in this case, start from this arc. So I will starting from this, I will mark first arc, second, then I will mark third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So I will join this. So this will be my A, B, C, D, E, F. So perpendicular side AB. So you can draw a hexagon with this, with perpendicular side AD. If you want a perpendicular side, then you start marking from this vertical point. If you want separate corner, then starting from horizontal point. That is the difference. Now our problem is with respect to this hexagon. So I will remove this because this is not our requirement. So I have drawn this hexagon with circle method with separate corner, and then I will drop it. I will project this. So I will drop EC, project this from D, from F, it will pass through F and B, and this is A. So in this XY line, I will get the surface view. This view I will get. So this is my A dash point. This is B and F. So this is B dash, F dash. This vertical projector passed through B and F also. Then E and C. So this is E dash, C dash point, and this is D dash point. Now what do I have to make? I have to make this surface. I have to make this surface. This surface I have to make how many degree inclined with HP? It is inclined 40 degrees. So I will take this corner here on XY, A dash, and I will make this surface 30 degree. What is given? 40 degree. So this is 40 degree. So theta is equal to 40 degree inclined, and on this I will cut this distance. So I take this. So this is D dash point. Then I will take this distance, cut here point. So I will get this B dash and F dash point. Then I will take this distance in the compass from this cut here. So I will get E dash, C dash point, and D dash point is already marked. So surface inclined 40 degree is completed. Now I will project this. So from this I will draw vertical lines, that is perpendicular lines to XY directly, and then I will draw horizontal line from this. So F and E, A and D, and B and C, and I will join these points. So A with A, so this is A point, B with B, so this is B point, then this C with C, so this is the C projector. So this is C point, C, then this is D, this is E, and this is F. So I got A, B, C, D, E, F. I joined this. I will get a hexagon. So this is my top view, right? So this is the top view for the surface inclination. Then in the problem it is given that the diagonal passing through the corner on the HP. So A is the corner on the HP, and the diagonal passing through this corner is AD diagonal, and this diagonal makes an angle of 30 degree with VP. So AD diagonal is making surface in as inclination with VP 30 degree. But I have to turn this AD here because I turn this figure. So can you use inclination of this original AD with this apparent AD, because this is apparent diagonal and this is original diagonal. For your convenience, I will mention this is equal to AD1. Okay, so this AD1 diagonal and this AD are different. We have to turn this AD1. So inclination of this original AD can't be used for this AD1. So what we will do, we find out the inclination for this AD1, that is a beta angle we will find out, and that beta angle I will use for AD1. So how we will find out this beta angle? We have already discussed this part, this case in part 1 and part 2 of this projection of plane. So we will take this AD, original AD, I will measure this AD, and what is this angle? 30. So I will take this 30 degree, this is phi 30 degree. On this I will take original AD, A and D. From this D I will draw a locus which is parallel to this horizontal line. Then I will take this AD1 in the compass and I will cut this AD1 here, and this is the angle which I will measure, that is equal to beta, and this beta angle after cutting AD1 I will take here. This beta angle I will take here, and on this beta angle I will take this AD somewhere here. Suppose this is A and this is D, AD1. So I have taken this AD1 at an angle of beta. So as I have taken this AD1 on this beta angle, I take this AD, so I will here A and this is D1, right? So AD1 I have taken at an angle of beta. I have to reconstruct this. So how I can reconstruct this? I know this distance, okay? On this AD1 I know this distance, I will mark here, and this AD1 I draw these perpendicular lines. Then I measure this distance of this line. From this I will mark second perpendicular line, and from this, on this perpendicular line I will take this distance, cut here. So this is F. From this D, this much distance I will take on this, so this will be E. Similarly B, I will mark here B, and from this B, and from this D I will mark C here. So I got A, B, C, D, D1, F1, E1. So I have constructed this. So I have repeated this figure here. I have reconstructed this top view, and then I will project this. So drop a perpendicular lines from this. Drop a perpendicular lines from this every points perpendicular to XY, and then draw horizontal line from this every point and get the corresponding point. So I got, this is A, this on XY, so this will be A dash. Then this is B with this B, this B with this B, so this is B dash. Then this C with this C line, C dash. Then this is D1, D dash, so D with this D, D dash. E with this E, E dash. This is F with this F line, F dash. So I got A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash. Join this, okay, you will get, this is front view. So this way you can complete this problem. So this front view and top view should be sharp and dark. This should be sharp and dark, and this, in this case, this is the original position, so it should be front. Your circle line is a construction line, so all these construction lines should be front. These projector lines all should be front, only their views should be dark, so it will appear good. And this is the solution. So what is the difficulty we will face in this problem as in reconstruction of this figure, because it is 6-side figure, so it is more difficult to reconstruct here. So in the next problem we will understand the auxiliary plane method, in which we will avoid this reconstruction. Without reconstruction you can directly find out front view and top view. That is by auxiliary plane method. So it will save your time also. Now it's in your hand. If you find suitable with reconstruction method, you can go with reconstruction method, and you can go for auxiliary plane method also. So in next problem we will see that we will solve next problem with auxiliary plane method. So this is the solution for this problem. Okay, this is the fourth problem of regular pentagon now. Regular pentagonal plate ABCD of 40 mm side is resting on HP on its corner. Suppose that this is the A corner on which it is resting, and each side is of 40. So each edge is of 40, regular pentagon. It is resting on its corner A. Suppose I selected corner A, its surface is inclined to HP at an angle of 40 degrees. So surface inclination with HP. Draw the projection of the plate if the side CD. Now this CD side, it is parallel to VP. Means this side is parallel to VP and the surface is inclined to HP. So as our procedure, what we will do, surface is inclined to HP, so lie down the surface in the HP. So in the HP you will get the true shape, and it is resting on the corner, so separate corner should be there. So I will draw XY line, and on XY line I have to draw this pentagon. So I will take this CD line perpendicular, so this will be CD, right, and with this 108 angle, so this is 108, this will be 108, then this length is equal to this length, this length is equal to this length, and then from this length, what is this length? 40. So with this 40, from this I will mark one arc, from this I will mark one arc, I will join this, so in this way I will get this pentagon. So this will be my corner A, B, C, D and E. In this way I have constructed this pentagon. This angle is of 108. This is also of 108. You know how to construct the pentagon, and then I will project this pentagon here on XY line. So B and E will be on the same line, and then this is A. So this will be my front view surface that I will draw here, front view surface. So this is, sorry, so this is A dash, this is B dash, E dash, B dash, E dash, and this is C dash, D dash. So this is the surface, right? Now this surface is inclined to HP at an angle of 40 degree. So this angle, so what I will do, A corner is on XY, so this I will take A dash on XY, and this surface I have to turn, making an angle of 40 degrees. So I will take this line, this angle theta P equal to 40 degree. This distance I will cut here. So I will mark a line of 40 degree inclination, and on that line I will take this distance, cut here, so this D dash. Then I will take this distance, cut here. This distance I will take in the compass and cut here. So this is B dash, F dash, and then I will project this front view down. So these are the vertical perpendicular lines, and then I will draw horizontal lines from this. And then I have to join these points. So A with A, so this is A, B with B, B, C with, sorry, A, this is B with B, B, then C, this is C and D, so C with C, D with D, and this F, sorry, D with D, and this is B and E. I have done E, this is not F, B, E. So this E with this E. So I got A, B, C, D, E. So I will join this. So I got this as a top view, right? Now the second condition is what? Second condition, this CD and this CD are equal because it is parallel to HP. So this CD and CD, this CD is parallel to VP, means parallel to XY. So I have to take this CD parallel to XY, and then I have to reconstruct this. So this will be C, D, A, B, C. So this top view I have to reconstruct here, and I have to project, and I will create here new view. So this is top view, this is front view by reconstruction method. So I have to take this CD parallel and reconstruct it. Again in reconstruction lot of time is wasted, and again it is difficult to reconstruct this totally figure here exactly. So instead of reconstruction I will use auxiliary plane method. So what is the concept of auxiliary plane method? In auxiliary plane method we are not inclining the view, top view. We are keeping as it is. Instead of inclining it, we incline the line. So inclination of the line is easy than inclination the whole figure. So this CD is parallel to XY. So instead of that, I will make this XY parallel to CD and project it on it. So it become easy. So what I will do, instead of reconstruction this, I will avoid this. Okay, and I will take new X1 Y1 line parallel to this CD. So this is my X1 and Y1. Okay, so it is resting on the corner, and draw its progression if the side CD, that is CD, is parallel to VP. So CD is parallel. So to this CD I have taken X1 Y1 parallel. Instead of making this CD parallel to XY, I keep CD as it is and make XY parallel to CD. So new X1 Y1 is taken parallel to CD, and this is auxiliary plane. Auxiliary plane. Okay, so this, and on this I will project this directly now. Means from each point I will draw perpendicular to this auxiliary plane. And now I will create here view which is front view. So how I can create this view? I have to mark point here A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, and I have to join this. So how I will mark this point? For that case, take distances of previous points. For example, what is meant by previous point? Let's take point A. A is projected. Distance of A of its previous point is this, that is A dash. Okay, so where it is A dash? A dash is on XY. So on this projector, take A dash on XY. B is projected. This is projected, its previous view is this. Take this distance of this point from this XY. So in the compass I will take this perpendicular distance from this to this. This distance I will take in the compass, and from B, from this I will mark. So this is my B dash. So what I have done, on the projector of B, its previous view is this. This much distance I have taken in the compass, and this distance I will mark from this to this. So B dash. For example, C is projected. Its previous view is this. This much distance I have taken in the compass, means this distance I will take in the compass on the projector. From this I will cut here, from this I will cut. So this will be C dash. Similarly for D, D's previous view is this. This much distance I will take in the compass, and from the projector D, from this X1 Y1, new X1 Y1 I will cut. So this will be my D dash. Similarly for E, its previous view is this. This much distance I will take in the compass, and on the projector of E, from this I will mark this distance, E dash. So in this way I got A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, and E dash. I will join this. So I will get this is front view. So without reconstruction this and getting front view here, I have directly get front view by auxiliary plane method. So in this plane method, what is the benefits? You can save your reconstruction time, and you can avoid the mistake in the reconstruction also. So you can directly find out your front view by auxiliary plane method here. By auxiliary plane method you can get. So in this way you can solve it. So this is the benefit of auxiliary plane method. So in auxiliary plane method, what we will do? We will make new X1 line inclined or parallel to the given line. For example, in next condition, suppose CD is not parallel to VP, instead of it is inclined with VP. So what we will do, to this CD, I will take new x1 y1 inclined at a given angle. Suppose this given angle is 30 degrees, so I have taken this x1 y1 and I have projected. Now in this case CD is parallel, so I have taken auxiliary plane parallel to CD. If CD is inclined, then I will take new auxiliary plane inclined to CD and then project it. In this way you can complete the problem. So I think that you have understand the solution. In next problem also we will solve by auxiliary plane method. So maximum time we will try to avoid reconstruction and solve the problem by auxiliary plane method. So these are the 4 problems for the assignments. So watch this video carefully and solve these problems in your sketchbook and complete the solution.